Well, hello and welcome to Gumbo's Flying Circus for this next edition of EagleMoss's Hero Collector Build the Ghostbusters Ecto 1. This month we've got issue 8. If you remember from last time, we've got all of this centre chassis on. Did some lines and added on the front that to this front piece that we already had and made up the frame for the rear as well. So we're going to be continuing on building this today, and let's get cracking. So just need to get to, we're on stage 23, 24, 25 and 26, which is some of the rear and building up some of the front as well. So we've got the rear chassis and fender liners to do first. So let's get to that point in the magazine. So we need 23, which is this big huge pack here. That's the rear that adds on to all of that extra. So I'm going to need a bigger table. I'm going to try and do it on this one for today, but I'm going to have to get to IKEA. So let's take this pack out. Let's get all these screws and things out. It's all clamshelled as per normal, which is awesome. And let's put those there for now. Let's get this pack open. Before it's out of shot, but it's just opening a pack, and that come off nice and easy. So there, we've got all those pieces in there, and that's metal. Which is always good. So we need this piece, and we've got two of these for the shock absorbers, which is going to fit onto part of the back plate. Let's get this huge car out of the way. It's heavy. Okay. So let's have a look at the screws, what we've got here. We've got LM screws. We've got CM screws. We have AP screws. DM screws and some JP screws. So what it's saying is we need 2 AP screws. If I can get this open. It's pretty hot today. The sun is shining. So 2 AP screws. Right then. So this piece goes around like that. These are at an angle. So I'm guessing I think they stick out, stick in. So let's have a look, see. Right, okay. Try and have a look on this here. It's quite difficult to see, but it looks like they stick out slightly. So let's get an AP screw. Try and get that through there. so. So that's sticking up. Yep, there we go. There's one. And then second one. Go on. And these fit onto the back plate in a second. So let's just get these on. So right, that's those on. So we need the plate, this here, which is metal as well. So all that bottom part of the car is metal. And it's very good quality. So that does look nice. So that has to go that way round. And we need 2 JP screws that go into the bottom here. So where's the JP screws? So as you can see from the book, the part you're working on is in yellow. It shows you the screws and with a line which holes they go in, so it's quite easy to follow. Not super technical. It's just literally putting pieces together, screwing them together. Job done. So we need to turn this, put this on this way round on these back holes. And just screw it into place. And as soon as they go tight, job done. Don't need to over tighten these because it's just going into plastic. That's it, that's in. That's solid. So we've got those pieces in. Put those flat down. So it's this way round. Then need 23B. I think this is the right and left, or left and right. 23B. So just need to double check on that to make sure that I get the right piece. Right. Okay. So let's see if that's marked. Anyway. Nope. So we've got 2 in there. I think that one goes on this side. Yeah. So they fit in quite snugly. And they'll only go one way. Otherwise it'll look off. So that's basically how you tell. And that's 3 DM screws for this piece. So let's just put those in. 3. Quite hefty screws just for this piece. There's that one. And these is just a plastic piece going into metal. Very lightweight piece this, so it doesn't need to be ridiculously over tightened. Just so it goes in as soon as it's tight, that's it, end of story. Move on to the next one. It's that one. Get the second one on. Same thing. 3 DM screws. This one. That's 2. Right, so those on. Okay, we now need to fit this to the main part of the vehicle. So hopefully I can get this on in this little space that I have. It's LM screws we're going to need for this. So I'll put the CM and LM on there for now. Right. Okay, let's see if I can manage to do this on this table. Let's get the main event up. Right, so that is huge, isn't it? It's honking huge. Then these bits just about, and this back bit goes on like so. Then obviously have some wheels here as well. And look at my hand on there. That is huge. I've got a Coke can here. Look at that. Absolutely humongous. Right, so we need 6 LM screws for this piece to be able to fix it to the rest of the car. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Let's get the screwdriver. Right, we put in these 6 screws across the back here. Just do it up until it's tight. They go in pretty simply. Got that first one's in tight. There you go. I'll find somewhere for this now because I did have this on my TV unit. I've got a big TV unit with a cubby hole in there, which was big enough to just to fit that piece in. But now that's on, it's not going to fit. So this is going to be interesting to find a place for this. Remember, it's completed is 80 centimeters long, which is huge. Right, that's that piece done. We now need to turn it over as the piece that we put together last time, the frame, now needs to fit under this piece. And then that is screwed in on this side with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screws. 10 screws, right. So this will fit this way round. I wonder if I can fit this, keep it this way round. Something like that. I think that's in place. So CM screws. 10 of these. Just got to get the packet open, of course. Right, let's just chuck those on there. Right, so we've got 2 that start here. 1, 2. Like so. Then we've got 2 more slightly back on the raised, these slightly raised holes. There we go. We've got that nice frame underneath, which is metal. And then the plating there, which is also metal. And this completes the rear chassis part for now. For the at least for the length of the vehicle, these main parts. And then we've got to start bolting everything to it. So really coming together now. And you get more excited about it, the bigger it gets. Right, and then 2 more, which are here. on here. Oh, right, hang on. This one, let's see. And that's in. Right, so that's 10 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. 5 aside. Right, so that's stage 23 completed. And so what you've got is this plate on the 2 wheel arches. Oh, it's turning over. And of course you've got the shock absorbers and the rear frame on. There. So there's your shock absorbers which stick outside the frame. And there's your frame. All screwed in. Wow, that's huge. That is a big, big car. So we can balance this off of here now. So wow, that is huge. Absolutely huge. When you actually see it up in front, you really get to understand how big this is. It is honking. Right, so stage 24 is to start to build up the front of the car. And this looks pretty big as well. 24, okay. So let's get 24 open. Okay, so those are those wheel arches for the front and radiator parts there. So starting to build up this front area here. Right, keep all this together. So we've got DP, DM, MN, CM and HP screws for this part. And yeah, we need these covers first. Goes on like that. Yeah, that's you're contemplating the size of the car as you do. Right, so that's on like that, which we now have to screw in, of course. So we need DM, so 2 DM screws. 2 DM screws to start with. These fender liners and the radiator that goes on the front of the car are all in this pack on stage 24. This is big. Right. Yeah, we're starting to drop them already. It's always a good start. Right, where's my tweezers? One in. There's 2 holes on this side for these. Make sure that's nice and tight. That's in. Then we need 1 CM and 1 NM. November Mike and a Charlie Mike. So let's do the Charlie Mike first. Make sure I don't lose any. For this one, there's a hole at the back here. There's 2 raised. And this goes on the inner raised, not the outer. Let's tighten that down. Lest we forget. There we go, and then we need the November mic. And we've got to do the same again with the other one, I take it. It's quite a hefty screw, these November mics, these NM. It's definitely going to hold everything in place. There we go. Right, that's definitely on. Yeah, and then same on the other side. We get this piece here. Fair old size. As you can see, it covers the wheel. And we'll do the same on this side. There we go. That fits flush. Can't not fit this properly. Yeah, you're really starting to see this. This is all coming up now. The DM screws go in the front, don't they? Just in that corner there. And one there. go, that's those two in. Then we need a Charlie Mike. And that goes on the inside of the most raised hole. Easy to see, can't miss that. They're a good, about that tall, you know, they're of a good size. In. Right, so that's those in. And we've got the two fender liners, just making sure the brake line there is okay. Just got to check the underside of that one. Yeah, that all looks good. Wow. Wow. That is an interesting piece of kit, isn't it? I still can't get over the size of it. It is absolutely honking. Huge. I'm definitely going to have to get a bigger table. It's about time I got a coffee table anyway. Right, so we now need to start on the radiator, which is this top piece, plastic, that piece there. This piece. That is the radiator, which will sit in the front. But that's a fair old size. It's a big old radiator. Alright, so make sure that's oriented the right way. So you've got holes in the top, two guide holes for the radiator cover, and then two holes that it put two screws in, and you need DP screws and two of DP screws to go in there. That's always the way when you get things lined up and then your screw falls off. Right, let's get these two screws in. Don't need to be stupidly tight, just tight. As soon as it goes tight, that's it, done. Otherwise you start pulling the thread. Oh, don't. Oh, it did. I think I'm going to need a magnet to rub on these, just to get the magnetism increased. Right, there we go, that's on. Then we put the back on. This piece here. And that will go onto the back like that. That way around. Right, so, and then you've got a nice radiator piece there. And that goes together, believe it or not, with 6 HP screws. So I just get those put in. Straight. Four. 5. And then it goes the 6th one. That's a lot of screws for a bit of, just this bit, but obviously needs it. Okay, so that's 6 in there. We now need to get the cap cover. Which is this little piece here. And this just fits on literally and pushes on like that. Simple enough. Just make sure that's pressed down. And then we have a hose that goes on there. So it's that piece there. That fits onto that silver piece. Wiggle that on. So that then looks like that. With that piece attached. And that is it for stage 24. So it's just those and the radiator for this stage. Right, then we've got horns and junction bolts. Okay, so we can move the car off the table for the time being. Put this to one side. Looking forward to taking that out for a test drive. Right, so stage 25, horns and junction box. So we'll just smooth some of this out of the way. These out of the way. Right then. So this is all part of the front part of the car where the radiator fits on. Okay, so we have EM screws, HP screws, DP screws, and DM screws. So let's get this part open. Clamshelled in. And these are coming off a lot nicer. So a lot easier than the ones we had before. That is a metal part. That's plastic. So there's some weight to that. And we need these plastic parts here. This one and this one. Okay, 2 DM screws. So we've got to make sure it's the right way. There's a little knobbins on here which is saying it needs to be facing that way. So that's facing that way. And then these parts here, there's a locator for them as well. One goes there. Right, yep. So one goes that side. Right, go the right way round. So just go on like so. Screw. Make sure that's all nice and tight. Go. So those 2 pieces on. Put that there. Right. We now need this piece here, which looks like that. That piece. It looks like this piece here. There's a guide hole underneath, so you can't get this the wrong way around. It literally just sits on top and screws in using a HP screw. Been a couple of issues that we haven't had any fiddly bits, and we've got some now. So get this one in. There we go. And then that attaches to this piece here using 2 EM screws. And they're slightly off kilter, so this is going to be slightly dipping down. So that's lined up properly. So that piece is on. We now need to fit the walls. So that's these pieces here, like that. There's 2 of these. One goes on there. The other fits on there. Right, so I need to use DM screws to fit these. 2 DM screws assigned. One in. Yeah, the magnetism on these aren't too good, so we're definitely going to have to get a magnet to. I can't see that for toffee. That's really difficult to see. Oh, can't see that at all. Let's use tweezers. So that's in nice and tight. Now this one has a row of 4, so it just has the 2 on this side holes. So make sure you get those I don't think they'd fit any other way, so you can't get these the wrong way around. Alright, 2 more DM screws. Quite nice just sitting there, chilling out. Making a nice model. Right, there we go, that's that bit. Now we need to make the horns. So we've got this piece up to this point, like so. That's the radiator there. This piece, I believe, will fit something like this. Perhaps. We'll see. So, that one. I believe. So this piece, the round bit goes on. There's guide holes for this as well. There's a little hole that goes in the bottom. I need a HP screw. And in the picture, that's slightly different. I believe it's this piece here. Definitely to do one-handed. It's fiddly. So you've got to hold all this together and then screw it in. And that's proving to be a little bit more interesting. Than you'd hope, really. Right, if you're determined, you can do it. There we go. Okay, there's that piece. And now you can do the same again with the hole at the top this time. No. That goes there. Piece goes. We need another HP screw. It's a little bit fiddly doing this bit. It's quite small pieces. So be it. You make sure it's tight but not overly tight. Right, that's on. Alright, so we now take this piece. You can see those two bits like that. Small. We now take this way round, the bits sticking up, like so. And we put this one on, going this way. and then the other one fits. That one fits the top, and there's 2 holes for the other one to fit at the bottom, and they go on at an angle, and they fit on with HP screws. Then you've got your 2 horns. Fit to this main part, which then the radiator fits onto in a minute, and that fits onto the front of the car. Not too tight, but tight enough just to hold it in place. There we go, it's one. And then the second one fits on kind of upside down. This one's going to be fun. So you got the 2 horns on there, just here, like so. Alright, so we then turn the whole assembly round. Oh, careful. Take our radiator with the nozzle facing this side. Yeah. And that's going to fix on like that. Alright, that uses DP screws. There we go, all fitted on. So that is pretty much almost done for this section. We just need to install a bit of pipe onto the car, and that is the cable to the fitting the cable to the generator. So if we move that part that we've just made and stick it up there. Right, let's get this thing back up here. Come on then. Flipping neck. Right, I'll show you one here. So it's that pipe. Goes from the generator. Doesn't fix to anything yet. So let's get our tweezers. Find the generator. Didn't think that was going to be an easy. Could have put this on first actually. Got to train that on. There we go. And that bit of pipe's fitted on there. And that concludes stage 23. 25 even. 23. 25. So now we've got to do stage 26. And there's a fair bit to this. Let's see how far this goes. Okay. Right then. So I'll move the car over here because we will need that to fit some bits to it in a minute. So let's get our assembly back. Screwdrivers up here. Right, section 26. There's a few pieces that you connect to this, which you'd find in the real car. That will make up the engine compartment and the different systems, cooling, etc. And that's all going to fit onto the front of the car there. Alright then, so control box. This piece here we're going to need, and I believe it's this piece here which is the lid. And that's going to fit on just like so with 2 DP screws. So let's find the DP screws. Right, so fit one onto there. Stay on. Not gonna, is it? Alright. Right, so that fits on there, and then that piece with IP screws. And I need 2 IP screws. And that's going to fit just to the left. There's a guide hole for it. One. Then we get the second one in. Okay. So that's the control box on there. Just fitted there. Onto that. You then need to get the battery. Just this big old thing here. And the bracket for it. Don't think it matters which way round it goes, it's same either way. 2 DP screws for this one. Little finicky to get open, but we've got it open. So let's put the DP screws in. Go, and then that's going to fit onto this side of the radiator, just behind it on that bracket, with the 2 guide holes. Like so. And we're going to need 3 IP screws for this one. And I dropped one. Found it. These are a bit bigger, these screws, so if you drop them you can find them a bit easier. You don't need to over tighten these because this is just a plastic piece, so it's not going to go anywhere. Right, there we go. That's the battery on. 3 screws to hold that. I don't know why it's 3 screws because that's quite 2 would do, I think. Anyway, 3 screws to get the battery on. Right, we now got to do the oil reservoir, which is next. So we need this piece here and the cap for it. So we got that tank and that little oil cap there. And that just goes on the top and fitted with an EP screw. So let's find the EP screw. So just one of those. Oh, no, you're kidding. Right, this is going to be difficult because you've got to get the EP screw that I've just dropped right up into through that tank. Right to the other side of there. So seeing this is not easy. At all. I don't expect you to do this. I might glue this on. This is going to take some time, I think. Basically, you can't see the hole. Got it. Alright, that's on. That's good enough. That'll do, mate. Right, let me turn it over. And that piece of it's on there, like that. And that's held on with a DP screw. Oh, I didn't think I was going to get that oil cap then, but it's going to take several attempts. That's quite difficult. Or get a nice light shining on it. Then you might have more fun than I did. So I'm just going to drop that in there. Alright, here we go. Now we need a DM and an EM screw. Let's over there. Alright, so one DM screw, because this has got to fit onto the main part in the front. For the oil reservoir, it's got to fit this first. So the DM screw is the rear one. Cap goes at the front. It's two risers for the screws. Oh, flipping it. I'm having all sorts of fun with these today. I'll just fit in. Alright. And there's the screws in. Be careful. Right, one DM and one EM screw. Alright, that's shut off. Interesting. And that's underneath. Nice and fiddly. Hallelujah. That is now in. There we go. Right, so the oil, so the radiator's on, the battery's on, the control box is on, the oil can's on, or reservoir. Right, so we've now got to fix the radiator beam, which is what this is called, to the front of the car. Wish me luck. Right. So let's move this across. So essentially, you've got a radiator pipe there and there that have to fit into the top and bottom of the radiator. First, then you've got two EM screws. Find some EM screws. That screws on either side of this to fix it to the chassis. And of course you can't see it. How do you get that bottom bit on? Believe that's got it. Now if this is in place, yeah, it's one that side. Swing that round. I can just place one on the other side. Okay, that's interesting. So I can screw one side in, but not the other. Right, that might be in a bit better. Let's see. Bit fiddly. Get there in the end. Right. So that piece is on. Oh, shifting this around is not easy. But that piece is on. So that's, you know, the front of the car starting to build up now. And then we need to attach this wire that we put on earlier. And the generator needs to go into here, into the control box on this side. So let's try and get that on there. £100 says this ain't going to be easy. Right, that was an EM screw. Let me just put this back in its little thingy. Right, let's see if we can get this from the generator to the control box. Come on. Yeah, there we go, that's on. That actually curls around quite nicely and looks alright. Wait for the film. Yeah, there we go. That's that on. Right then. We need to fit a nice silvery piece. Looks like that. It's a flat piece. It's very small, and that goes on the wheel arch. It's going to go here. Like so. And then that's connected with an EP screw. So let's get an EP screw. Just fit that down nicely. Now we've got two connectors that go onto the battery. And these are silver. Like so. Two of those. There's a little lug on there as well, so they'll only fit one way. Fits on there. And the second one faces down. And there like that. There we go. And we've got two wires to fit to this. They're both the same size. One goes on there. Goes on the other one. Goes there. Like so. Now this one connects onto that piece we've just placed onto the wheel fairing there. Give it a wiggle. There we go, that's one. And the second one fits onto the control box on the other side, opposite to the where we placed the last one. Now we're just gonna, that's going quite nicely actually. We're just gonna wiggle that on. There, so that's the battery connected. That's battery, that one goes into here. And this one obviously on there. And there's your what's it. And that was a bit longer one this time than last time. But that it concludes the build for today. So just tuck that in, just to keep that out of the way. Yeah, so that's the end of that stage. So that concludes stages 23, 24, 25 and 26 for issue 8 of EagleMoss Hero Collector Build the Ghostbusters Ecto 1. And as you can see, all that front piece is now together and complete with the battery, the radiator, the control box, the oil reservoir, the horns, the control box, with some pipes connected. The generator is connected now into the pack for the battery to charge that. And we've got the rear on as well. Which you can just about, you know, you can tell how long this is going to be. But yeah, massive. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. This is a very nice build to do. Anywhere from an hour to 2 hours is each issue if you sit there and just plough through. And it is humongous. This is absolutely huge. Yeah, 80 centimeters all told, and it's now I've got to find somewhere to keep it safe. So wish me luck with that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy your modelling and or your simming and etc. etc. And I'll see you at the next one, where we should have. Let me just double check. Some more part of the bulkhead and start the exhaust. And it looks like it might be the rear axle. So 2 exhausts, bulkhead and rear axle next time. So yeah, this certainly is coming together, and I absolutely love it. I think it's great value for money. If you're looking to get it, go get it. You won't be disappointed, I can tell you that much. And it weighs an absolute ton. This thing is super heavy. But anyway, guys, take care of yourselves. Hope you enjoy and relax lockdown if you're in the UK. If not, if you're elsewhere, hope everywhere's safe. Hope you keep them safe and well, and looking after your family. And I'll see you at the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching another Gumbo's Flying Circus live stream. Don't forget to join the Discord channel. Like, share, follow and subscribe for regular updates, chat, screenshots and more. Your kind support is always greatly appreciated. See you next time for another Gumbo's Flying Circus live stream.